Today all my dreams come true. That's right, yeah. In order for this marriage to be successful, I know that I have to make sacrifices and promises to you. Okay. I know that these following commitments will endure a long, happy, and easier marriage for me. Okay, nice. I now have pizza once a week with you. I know this is important for the well-being of you, me, and anyone else that comes in contact with me. I will never ask to see your Macy's credit statement or take your credit card from you, hide it. In fact, I will never touch said credit card. No. There are some things that you do better than me, and some things that I do better than you, and that's okay. I will own the remote control and fast forward through all commercials when we're watching TV. I got this handled for you. Fair. You plan better than me, and we are so much more organized. I will always value our planned vacations, schedules, timelines, etc. Just tell me where I need to be and what I need to be doing. I'm okay with that. I love that you work from home. However, I will always pretend that you are not there unless you need something. That means that I will no longer walk in your door and yell, "Hello!" until you answer me. I do that all the time. Ask you to answer the door while you're working, and imply that you should clean the house, cook dinner, do anything else while you're at work. I know that over the years this may change, so now I vow to you that I always put first and know that I will need to be aware of the signs, verbal clues, nonverbal clues of what you're really wanting or thinking to always make you happy. Thank you for letting me love you. Okay, well, two can play this game. So, I knew he wrote vows, I just didn't like them. So, here's your copy.
So knowing you, I figured you'd pull something like this. So in the event that you did, I came up with vows too. I promise that from this point forward, when folding laundry, I will fold sweatshirts in the appropriate way so that they stack in the closet and not fall over. I vow that by this time next year, I will eat ribs off of a bone. I will be willing to negotiate my sovereign claim on the window seat on any trips that we take forward. I vow to no longer secretly shop online and have random packages and receipts hidden throughout the house for you to find. I also promise that from this day forward, you will be allowed to have a fan on when you sleep at night. In closing, I promise I will never again give you a hard time about the way that you chew gum. But I will always love you for you.
Well, now on to what I really wanted to say. Ken, as I look back at the past 7 years, I'm amazed at who we've become as individuals, and most importantly, who we've become as a couple. Our relationship has been anything but traditional and easy. 7 years ago to this very day, we had our first date. I could never imagine back then that I would marry my best friend. As I begin to write my vows, I've been flipping through the memory banks of time, recalling all the journeys we've taken together. From our trips to Utah, Nashville, New York City, Utah, Las Vegas, the Caribbean, Hawaii, California. That time we went to Utah, Aruba, Florida, and the most memorable of all is all the other times you drove me to Utah. We've seen so much together. I remember other special moments like when we rescued Boomer from a vet store, purchased our first home together, when you somehow tricked me into getting onto the roof to put Christmas lights up, and yeah, y'all know how that ended. Punched to my death. You did save me. We've been through new jobs, new duty assignments, And then all the time we spent on MKP with family and friends. The countless goodbyes, and I'll see you when you get back from your trip. Even through deployments on the other side of the world, our lives have somehow remained intertwined. Today I stand here in front of our family and friends, amazed, humbled, and a bit shocked that after all that, you still chose me. What I'm often asked is, how do you know that he's the one? My answer is simple. If he wasn't in my life, I would no longer be me. What I would be is eternally late and lost somewhere on a highway with no idea what direction I was heading in, and no idea what exit to take. You forever changed me on that one. Well, you are my calm to my rage, the focus to my chaos, the wisdom to my ignorance, and you're the barbecue sauce to my ketchup. The imprint you've made can never be removed. You've added so much to my past. You are now my present, and you will forever be my future.
Sorry, I'll be fast. Lord. It's hard to believe that 7 years ago today, it began with a movie. I never thought or believed we would be standing here today. You probably have never put all the pieces together, but a few months before that first date, I got my first tattoo on my back. The symbol in it means independent. At that time, I was happy with just me, and wanted something that I could look at and remind myself of who I was and what I needed to be. To be honest, I was never the kind that dreamed of all of this. I wasn't waiting for a prince to come into my life. I thought I was happy on my own until you came and proved me wrong. Over the last 7 years, you've challenged me in every way possible. You've taught me how to share. Well, with the exception of my French fries, I'm always afraid I'm going to run out. You've taught me how to be strong, but also how to be vulnerable, and that it's okay to let my walls down. You've been my biggest cheerleader when I needed that extra push to get across the finish line. You've been my defense when I felt I was being attacked from different angles. You've taught me to be patient, but also tested my patience. Lord, it tested my patience. You have made me laughed with me, and all too often laughed at me. You've dreamed with me and kept my dreams in reality. Throughout all of this, you've made me a better man. But most important, you let me remain independent. I'm still me, the true me, the real me with you, and who I've always wanted to be. Throughout my life, I've never had any regrets. Through all of the words, the mean and the kind, the bad decisions, the tears, all of that is what got us here today. I haven't had the easiest road traveled, but I've never been one to look back and say, oh, I wish I would have done that. Because if I had done that, there's no guarantee that I would be right here at this moment with you today. In this moment, yesterday, and tomorrow is where I want to be. I can't promise you that after today I won't see anything that will hurt your feelings, because I will. I can't promise you that there will be a time when you want to shut me in the closet, because you've actually done that. I won't promise you that I'll never spray you again with the dish sprayer at the kitchen sink. I've done that. But I can promise you that on a scale of 1 to 10, I will never love you out of 10, because that means that I can't love you anymore, and I never want that. I value you to continue to grow, to learn more about myself, you and us. I will always be your biggest cheerleader, motivator, and fan. I will support your dreams, help you set realistic goals for success, and help you rebound from your failures. I vow to always try to keep us fresh and interesting, and if I fail, I want you to tell me so. On our way to Nashville, we stopped at Shillings. I vow that would be the last time you pick where we eat. That's so gross. The gross food aside, I'm glad for a couple of reasons that we stopped and met that elderly woman who was on a bus full of a large group of people. One, I was reminded that I've always admired your ability to talk to anyone in that friendly way of yours. It's definitely a quality that I don't have. But you made her day better, probably without even knowing it. The second reason is because she showed me that after decades of marriage to a soldier, and 5 years after his death, she still loves him just as much as she did on the day that they wed. She showed me that she still holds on to him, feels his love, celebrates their life, and uses his strength to get through her tough days. She's an independent person now, but her independence is built on the foundation of who and what they were separately and who and what they were together. You probably remember the first time I made you watch The Notebook with me, and how you didn't know what to do at the end when I stopped uncontrollably on the couch and couldn't explain why. I was afraid I would never have a love story like that old couple, and feared that that kind of love was only in books and movies. Then we met that woman and heard her story. It all became clear to me. Those stories do exist. Two independent people can't find love and happiness alone and together. I just couldn't see. I was blind till my eyes were opened by you. I want us to have that story. Through yesterday, today, and all of our tomorrows, I vow to love you unconditionally. Because in you, I finally found what I never knew I always wanted.